I used to be like you. I had bad habits. I'd smoke a lot of weed, party too much, and pretty much sat back whilst I let my first two businesses fail. But once I learned to focus on my mindset rather than just trying to have more discipline, everything changed. It was like the flick of the switch, going from utter debauchery to achieving my goals and actualizing my dream life. So the promise I have for you today is I'm going to show you my framework called VOW, vow if you want. No matter if your vice is procrastination, doom scrolling, porn, laziness, whatever, by the end of the video, you're going to be able to make your behavior match your ambition. The VOW is visualize your different selves, outsmart the game, and work on your character. If you can understand these three concepts, then putting it into practice won't be a matter of willpower, it'll just be what you naturally do. Right, let's get into it. I'm actually going to start with O, outsmart the game. It's my personal favorite, and if you're hyper competitive, it might strike a chord with you too. You need to understand that your lack of impulse control is exacerbated and exploited by others for their benefit. I'll give you an example. Porn. We all know how horrific it is for you. I don't need to go into that, right? Do you think the people producing it care that you're failing to control yourself from this self-destructive bad habit? Or do you think they care about making money? It's in their interest to entice you, right? I'll give you another example. Why is politics so polarizing these days? One of the key reasons is that the way in which the media makes money has changed. They make money off being controversial because that equals clicks, that equals attention. You need to stop thinking about your bad habits as just a means of preventing your success, but your bad habits are also a means of being gamed by others. Outsmart the game. Back to the V, which is visualize your different selves. Your vice is high pleasure and crucially low effort, which means it can be extremely easy to give in to that temptation. I want you to imagine that temptation as the devil possessing your mind and corrupting your way of thinking. Naval Ravikant had a great quote, which is, "The modern devil is cheap dopamine." As humans, we have this ability to perceive into the future, and we understand that we can make sacrifices now that will pay off in the long run. However, your ability to do that is being subjugated by your vice. You're not thinking, oh, how am I going to feel about this tomorrow? You're just thinking, should I do this or should I not? We need to get that ability back. So we need to bring it into your consciousness. We need to be deliberate. So what I want you to do is get your phone, get your computer, put it away for a sec. Get a 10-minute timer and write down how you feel about the week you just had and what you want to get out of the week coming up. The reason we need to do this is because you might understand what I'm saying. Oh yeah, of course, I'm thinking, how's tomorrow? How am I going to feel about this tomorrow, right? But because you're in this cycle, because it's so low effort to get that high pleasure, you're always numb. You're in that cycle. So we need to create a bit of distance. What I mean by the cycle is you wake up, check your phone. First thing you look at is notifications. Then you start doom scrolling. You know, when you're eating breakfast, you're watching YouTube. Maybe you're watching YouTube right now as you're eating breakfast. Or when you're taking a shower, you're listening to music. When you're on the move, you're listening to music. You're always distracted. You're not really giving yourself time to experience consciousness. So that's why you need to set that 10-minute timer, put the distractions away, and deliberately write down how you feel about the week you just had and the week and what you want to get out of the week coming up. Visualize your different selves. Lastly, work on your character. This is directly inspired by Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, Book 1, Entry 7, where he's talking about the lessons he learned from Rusticus. He was a Roman politician, Stoic philosopher, one of Marcus Aurelius's most influential mentors. The recognition that I needed to train and discipline my character. Given you're not satisfied with where you are in life, given you're still young, do you really believe you deserve to be sitting back with your feet up right now? You've done enough of that. Marcus Aurelius was the most powerful man in the world at the time, yet he still felt that his most important duty was to himself, to cultivate his own character. There's always going to be the chance to put your feet up. There's always going to be the chance to go out. But there's not always going to be the chance to tick the box in life. The box that is achieving your dreams. So to quickly recap, if you want your behavior to match your ambition, then remember the VOW framework. Visualize your different selves, outsmart the game, and work on your character. I'll leave it at that for today, and I'm going to continue to share things that help me achieve my dream of becoming an entrepreneur and performance maxing. So leave a comment down below with what you want to discuss.